Can't start early.
Nope, can't start early.
Now it's 6.
Now it's 6. Bang,
I'd like
bang,
to call
bang.
meeting to
Darcy?
order. Please rise for the pledge.
I can wait for Darcy.
Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America
and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Secretary, call the roll, please.
Boehner?
Here.
Nenza? Dunlap?
Here.
Casper?
Here.
Hammernick? Here. Lloyd?
Here.
Barry?
Here. All right, 3.1, Superintendent's Report.
Yes, thank you. The beginning of the school year is quickly approaching. All staff will return on Monday, August 18th. The keynote address to staff will be on Tuesday, August 19th at 8 a.m. in the cafetorium at Central. The board is welcome to join us. And the first day of school for students will be Wednesday, August 20th. We look forward to welcoming students back into the buildings. We also have open houses next week, Monday, August 18th. The elementaries will host their open houses, and Tuesday, the 19th, Central Middle School will host theirs, and the open houses will be from 5:30 to 7 p.m. We hope you will all join us. I'd like to welcome Gina Lamort as the new principal at Fierick. We're looking forward to Gina leading Fierick to the next level. I'd also like to welcome Jim Safaric to Central. He's the new dean, and he brings a wealth of experience with him, and he'll be a great support to the students and staff at Central. So welcome to Gina and welcome to Jim. And I also want to point out Carrie Radke in her new role as curriculum director. She's off and running and doing a great job. Central Middle School renovation update. The buildings and grounds team and contractors have been working hard at Central to make sure the building's ready for the first day of school. They are scurrying about that building because, you know, we've got all these new floors and they're putting a fresh wax on every square foot of that building. So it looks great for teachers and students next week. All the flooring's been installed. The flooring is being waxed. Electricians have completed all the lighting control work and have finished programming. Replacement of ceiling tiles is complete. Cork boards have been hung. Classrooms and offices are being cleaned. Furniture is being moved back. And new concrete's been poured and pressed at the front entrance. So notice that on your way in to door 1. Now I'd like to throw it to Kelly to talk about Panorama.
Hi, welcome back. Our district MTSS leadership team met last week on August 6th, and we had a full day training with our Panorama education trainer. It was great. Panorama, as we've talked about in the past, it's going to be a new student success platform that we're working with. It will house all of our academic, behavior, and social emotional data all in one place. So we are really excited to start using that to support our MTSS process as well as our PLCs. Thanks.
Thanks, Kelly. Some condolences this month. Sue Campbell's mother-in-law, Judith Campbell, passed away in May. Sue is the district controller. Retired Central teacher Peg Hannigan's son passed away after a battle with cancer. Don Hansen's grandmother, Arlene Hansen, passed away recently. And Larry Kosiolek, father of Sarah Lyons and husband of Betty Kosiolek, recently passed away. Sarah is an instructional coach at Central, and Betty's a retired paraprofessional at Cruz. As you know, Don is the principal at Central, and former teacher Peg Hannigan. Did I say Sue Campbell's the controller? I want to make sure nobody's left out. So the district sends our condolences to those folks and their families. And that's all I have for the superintendent's report.
Thank you. Report out.
Can I ask a quick question? The mental health screening that was just passed by the governor, is that covered under a Panorama? Do you know?
Once we start doing that screening, the results will certainly be in the Panorama database, but I don't know whether or not Panorama has an actual instrument for that or not.
That's what we use.
Oh, good, okay, just checking. Thanks,
That's what we will be using. We've used something in the past, but
Okay.
we're switching to Panorama.
perfect.
Thank you. 4.1, citizens may address the board. Seeing none. 5.1, union reports.
Welcome back. This week we have the para training, the Wednesday, and Thursday. So I believe we have majority of the paras that will be showing up. And then we're looking forward to seeing the kids if we haven't seen them during the summer school. Do you know anybody? I think we do have a few openings for paras. So send them our way. We need them.
Thank you. Moving on to action items, can I have a motion for the consent agenda?
I move we adopt consent agenda 6.1, approval of minutes, 6.2, approval of the destruction of closed session tapes, 6.3, approval of financial items, and 6.4, approval of personnel items. 6.5, policy updates? No, that's not on the
Can I have a
consent.
second?
Second.
Secretary call the roll.
Boehner,
Yes.
Nenza,
Here.
Dunlap.
Yes, sorry.
Yep. Dunlap, Casper,
Yes.
Hammernick, yes. Lloyd,
Yes.
Barry.
Yes. 6.5, policy updates, second reading.
Yes, this is the second read of the most recent recommendations from the Policy Committee as recommended by Press Service. There's one new policy, 7.255, with regard to students who are parents or expected parents. That's a new policy. Otherwise, lots of updates in references and also 5-year reviews. And then any policy that referenced Title IX has been touched again as the Title IX rules changed again under the Trump administration. So they need to update that language. In fact, there will likely be another round of those in the next batch. And also changes in current law with regard to administering medicine to students.
Thank you. Moving on to 7.1.
No, we have to approve
Oh,
that.
I'm sorry, I apologize. Can I have a motion?
I move that the Board of Education approve the policy revisions and adoption as presented.
Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? Secretary call the roll.
Boehner,
Yes.
Nenza,
Yes.
Dunlap,
Yes.
Casper,
Yes.
Hammernick, yes. Lloyd,
Yes.
Barry.
Yes. 7.1, FY 2026 preliminary budget presentation.
Yes, I have a brief PowerPoint to go.
What's it?
We're sitting right underneath the air.
Yeah. Feels good. Too cold for you?
All right, there we go. All right, so this is the preliminary budget. Just as a reminder of how the budget works, the law requires us to present a preliminary budget that has to be on display for 30 days. And then at the September board meeting, we will have an official budget hearing and then approval of the official district budget. So this is the August preliminary budget report. So I'd like to start out with a high-level overview of all of the funds combined. So you can see that our opening fund balance is $49.7 million. We have anticipated revenues of $53 million, expenditures $54, so that's a deficit for the year of $1.2 million, leaving a June 30 of 26 fund balance of $48.5 million. So starting with the revenue, you could see that our revenue comes from 3 sources, and the biggest one by far is local. Those numbers have changed over the past 5 years or so due to the property tax relief grant. It used to be about 85% local and 10% state, and so that has flipped by about 10% each way. The federal amount has stayed fairly consistent over the years. So total revenue budgeted $53.4 million. On the local side, the majority of it is property taxes, and we will be receiving the second half of '24 taxes when the CPI was 3.4%, and then the first half of '25 taxes where the CPI was 2.9%. But we have been abating for several years due to the property tax relief grant, and those abatements are starting to roll off. So even though normally our revenue would be an average of the two numbers there at the top, but it's actually going to go up 5.2% because of the abatements rolling off. So property taxes will be up about 1.9 million, which is 5.2% compared to last year. And then also interest revenue will be up about $500,000 compared to last year as well. So putting all of that together, that means our local revenue is increasing by 6.3%. Compared to last year. So in real numbers, last year it was 38.6 million, this year 41.1. So that's a $2.4 million increase, or 6.25%. On the state side, for the evidence-based funding model, we're moving from Tier 3 to Tier 2. The highest level of funding is Tier 1, so we're actually moving to a higher level of funding. But the majority of the money goes to Tier 1, so even though we moved up a tier, we're only getting $57,000, which in a $50 million budget is not much at all. And then the property tax relief grants, which we have gotten for the last 4 years in a row, are going away. So no more new money from that. Some small increases in the other state revenues. So the grand total, last year's budget was 9.7 million, this year 10.1. So that's an increase of 450,000, or almost 4.68%. Federal side, federal revenue is fairly stable from year to year. It's going down a little bit. We still had some ESSER money coming in last year that is not coming in this year. So even though it's a big percentage decrease, it's a small dollar decrease compared to the federal and state. So federal is down just a little bit on a dollar basis. So the revenue summary, local revenue is up. Again, property taxes and interest. The state is up, federal is down, and put that all together, the total revenue is up 2.6 million for a total of 53.4 million. That is a total revenue increase of 5.3% compared to last year. On the expense side, this is how much we spend in each category, and you can see that the vast majority of it is salaries and benefits. That's 2/3 of our total. Purchase services, an interesting note there, about half of that total is just transportation. Regular ed and special ed is about 2.8 or 2.9 million of the total. And then the capital outlay, of course, includes the $3 million renovation project at Central, which will hit this current year's budget. So all of those things add up to 54.7 million. And here is how each item has changed. There's a lot of numbers here, I apologize. A couple of notes, the benefit cost is increasing, that's about a 9.5% increase. It's a combination of our health insurance costs going up about 6%, and then just the mix of who chooses single or family. We had more people picking higher levels of insurance. So that one is probably the biggest percentage increase. Purchase services are up a goodly amount also. Utilities are included in that amount, and we are anticipating a big increase in electric bills this year. The way they do electricity billing, especially for commercial properties, has changed, and we're anticipating that that's going to go up quite a bit. Those are the most notable things in there, but you can see every category is essentially higher than last year. So expenses are going up by 4.4 million to a total of 54.7. So again, the summary, It's a deficit this year, but the district is still in good financial shape. When you consider the fund balance compared to the amount that we're spending, it's spending down on purpose a little bit with the capital projects that we're doing. And that's basically it. Any questions from board members?
So if we don't do any abatements beyond what we're required to do under the property tax relief grant, people should expect that our portion of the property tax bill will be going up to over 5% this year.
Yes, this budget actually anticipates an additional abatement beyond what is required, as the idea was to step down the abatements. So there is an extra $1 million of non-required abatement built into that. That decision doesn't get made until the springtime, but for budgeting purposes, I put it in there. Okay, thank you.
In case I forgot where I was sitting.
8.1, communications and correspondence.
I've got one here from Mary Beth Casper. Dear Jeff, Julie, Jill, Amy, Darcy, and Rick, thank you very much for the beautiful flowers. They lit up my hospital. My surgery will be 2 weeks on 7/14, and my flowers look as beautiful as the day they were delivered. Thanks again, Mary Beth.
All right, can I have a motion to go into closed session?
I move to go into closed session for collective bargaining.
Can I have a second?
Second?
Any discussion? Secretary, call the roll.
Boehner? Yes. Nenza?
Yes.
Dunlap?
Yes.
Casper?
Yes.
Hammernick, yes. Lloyd?
Yes.
Barry?